everyone, how you doing? This isn't going to be as long as a video because I'm going to be meeting my wife for dinner. Have a little date night. Kind of important. Work kind of pulls you apart in life and everything else, and well, you got to make time for each other. So that's what we're going to do. A lot of times, like on a Friday or a Saturday night, we'll just meet up somewhere and eat, and that's just like our, you know, time doing something. Or even, you know, Saturdays, Sundays, if I'm off, we'll go somewhere, you know, something other than, you know, shopping or, you know, the stuff that you have to do. You know, it's like you gotta make time for something away from that. If it's on your normal, you know, rat killing list of honeydews or what have you, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about, you know, stopping somewhere on your way to Costco on Saturday. You know, just like away from chores, away from everything else, just, hey, let's go do something. And I think we're both kind of too old for the club scene. I'm trying not to cough. Yeah, we're both kind of too old for the club scene and all that stuff now. And hell, we've been together, shit, how long was it now? 23 years? Yeah, long time. Yeah, don't blink. Time flies. But you gotta make time to do stuff together. No, that's not your normal. I'm not talking like, oh, if you and the whole family go out on, you know, such and such day every week. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking just away from everything. If the kids are still at home, you know, away from them. Just you and her or him and time together. Kind of like when it all started. I'm not going to go to some bar or club full of 20-year-old kids. That's just not going to work. You know? And that just is what it is. And I'm not going to be, you know, I'm getting close to 50 now, and well, she is. And, you know, you're that 50-year-old person at the bar full of kids. That doesn't work out well. Unless you're there with your kids, kind of thing, you know? Like going out to a pool hall with your son, that sort of thing. I can do that. I wouldn't want to be single again. Who knows, may happen at some point. One of us is gonna die. Then the other is natural life expectancy. I don't know how kids and everybody do it today with your dating apps and all that kind of stuff. That's not for me. The online meeting and all that stuff. I would hate to have to get on some dating app and look for someone new. It's the last time I was on the market, you met someone in a bar and you lied to each other face to face. Yeah. I wouldn't know how to do any of this stuff nowadays. Or you went on a date with a coworker or something like that, you know. Now, I don't know. Do people still date at work? It's like, what, illegal now or something? That's harassment unless you're cute. Is that what it is? It's harassment if he's not cute, if it's someone you're not interested in. They're like, hey, you want to go out sometime? And then you get them fired because you're just a fucking cunt. You know? What happened to shoot your shot? Like, okay, nice, I'm flattered, but I'm not interested. Now they got to go to training, not because they did anything necessarily that's wrong, but because, oh, well, he's not your type, or she's not your type, or whatever. Let's face it, it's not the guys that are pressing charges on someone, it's the girls that are making complaints, usually. I'm sure it happens. I'm sure there's some guy that complains, but that's usually not the case. It's some girl that has got a rude awakening when life actually hits her. And probably some guy she's going to look at a little bit differently in 20 years. She's got to ruin his life because he asked her out on a date. Now, if it's like constant and he doesn't take no for an answer, that's a different story. You know, he asked a few times, he doesn't get the point, or he gets aggressive or clingy or something. Okay, I get that. But if he's just like, oh, you look pretty, oh, you want to go to this concert with me, or what have you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the world's fucked up. They're like, why aren't men anymore? Well, fuck, you've castrated them. Oh well. I've got me, I've got my wife, and we're happy most of the time. I mean, she can bitch. I mean, fuck, she bitches in her sleep. Just wake up bitching about something. It's like, fuck, she ain't even awake. But that's her. It's not like it's anything new. I'm a fucking bitch when I'm tired, so. Like last night, or actually this morning when I got home. Yeah, I wasn't in a great mood. Gonna pick up the speed, dude? School zone's not in effect, what the fuck? I got a brown-eyed brunette with a big ass and thick thighs waiting on me. What the fuck you doing in my way? Anyways. I would hate to be on like the dating market. But hey, who knows what the future holds? Life happens. Because I would not know the first thing of what to do. Hell, I wouldn't know who to do at this point. I'm getting old. Maybe I'd just be myself. I'd be the crazy cat lady. The crazy cat lady with a mastiff on her porch. And 100 cats. That would be me. At this point, it's like, why? I'm not changing no one I would be interested in would be changing. They're close to my age. Try to find that match. That's not happening. I mean, it might, but I'm too old for that shit. It's like you reach a certain age and you just don't care. Like, well, why don't you do this? Well, why don't you go fuck yourself? It is what it is. Bikes. Lovely bikes. Can you buy a pickup without putting a lift kit on it? Is it possible? Well, mine's not lifted. I didn't want mine lifted. It's a little too high as it is. I don't want to drop it either. I like it, the height that it is. And I got my 5.0 in it. It's a 5.0 Coyote. It'll light the tires up anytime I hit the gas. It holds the road really well. And if you drove the old pickups, which were like a land barge, you know, it was pointed in the general direction. They didn't actually handle very well. And then you go to this stuff that we have now. These new trucks and everything, they handle like a sports car. Oh, fuck this light. And I think mine is just up the right height. I'm not taking it off-road. If my bike goes off-road, I'm going to be very mad. Well, not my bike, my truck. Trying to get you off the screen. You there?
Yes.
Where are you?
Are you turning onto the street right now?
By the house?
No, Applebee's.
And Crosby?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm fixing to turn on the street by there. Which way are you coming from?
I turned on that street that doesn't have an entrance way to the street that leads beside it.
Well, don't run me over. Did you just see a bike? Well, I guess there ain't no entry over here. I have to go around.
The street beside it, there's no entry.
Well, that's where I just made a turn. So I'll just make a U-turn. And I'll go around. Practice my MSS skills. I suck. Like, what gear am I on? Oh, if it's gonna be right in front of you, I think. Yes. Okay, gotta turn my camera off. So, bye y'all.